gathered in their masses, just like witches at black masses. Evil minds that plot destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. In the fields of bodies burning, as the war machine keeps turning. Death and hatred to mankind, poisoning their brainwashed minds.
Untamed power.
Oh, Lord,
We'll bow to the First Order, and we'll remember it as the last day of the Republic!
Come, little children, I'll take thee away into a land of enchantment.
Kanye, what's the best part about being a dad?
The
kids.
Time's come to play here in my garden of shadows. Follow, sweet children, I'll show thee the way through all the pain and the sorrows. Weep not, poor children, for life is this way, murdering beauty and passions. Hush now, dear children, it must be this way.
P. Diddy is a Robotoid, and it's highly important being aware of this fact, because many people have made pacts with the devil to become like this artificial Robotoid. And what is that? It's a mechanical version of a human. That's what a Robotoid is. but with a demon inside. Similar to a hand inside a puppet. Yeah, so demons use artificial humans like this, like Puffy, to send real people to hell. You're going to see how Puffy keeps locking up as Robotoids do because they're mechanical. This is not a human being here. Straight up mechanical, artificial Robotoid. Watch the body lock. See the head movement? See it just locked up? See how the head's moving? Side to side. Head over to the other side. Watch them lock up. You're going to see in just a second. Locked up. Lock up. See it locking? See? That was about 2-second lock up. Whole time throwing up Sonic hand gestures. Locked up again. Every time throughout this mechanical thing locks up, I'm going to just point it out. Thumbs up in the goat. Female mannerisms, because P. Diddy is a woman. Locked up. Locked up again. See? You saw that? It's mechanical, and so therefore the robot moving. See, again. So the movement is of a robotic nature because P. Diddy is made out of artificial parts. Locked up again. With human DNA. Locked up. See? Swaying the head from side to side. Locked up again. Very easy to point this out. Locked up. Pointing the finger. The demon is saying it's down with the Illuminati. With both hands. So, Yahweh rules. A mechanical Robotoid sending people to hell.
Pull the plug.
You can't. No, you can't do that. Calm down. Just leave it alone.
I was a warrior who dreamed he could bring peace. Sooner or later, though, you always have to wake up.
There is also an extremely important
Are you okay?
yes.
Hold on. You'll be fine. Hold on. There we go. Okay.
Stefan, it's okay.
We actually go back to. Hold on a minute. Sir, can somebody help me?
Jim. Science executive order at this time, when that could have happened any time over the course of the 5.5 years of the administration.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. Okay.
I'll tell you is there is one issue out there. Oh, God.
You okay? That's it, man. You want to just go ahead? Anyone, you just have a seat here. Come on, why don't you just go?
It also seems sort of day to night-ish. Like she looks great during the day, but she could put on some. I mean, she's wearing heels.
Yeah, or
but
like
real heels.
or a statement earring. You
all right? You okay?
No.
You sure? She's not. Here, come on, walk with me. Walk with me. Oh, I got you. I got you.
Bright start. By the afternoon, now we're going to be seeing outbreaks of rain. Temperatures at around 8 or 9 degrees. I'm so sorry, I'm going to faint. Oh, Rachel.
Quick, chaps, if we could.
But despite that awful cost,
get him to the ground. Get him to the ground, please.
Seats in Bournemouth East and Bournemouth West. Now, I'm not feeling. Oh, God.
Our first caress.
To go to the FBI website and to register on the victim assistance line.
And that was #1 in Australia and New Zealand. So, yeah.
Brilliant. From 1981, The Lost Scroll, it's out there. All right, Alex, we might come back to you if... Oh, we've kind of lost you there.
This is just more of the same summer of sleaze that we told people about a few weeks ago. I'm sorry, Tom. Are you all right?
Did he actually apologise on the way?
Orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
ما قدرت اقراها وما خلينا نطلع
הגלגלים של ארגון הנכים. אוי, לא, שיט.
מה קרה?
תעבור.
אוי, מרגישה לא טוב.
Becky Anderson, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Back here on American soil, bad news for the Obama administration. We have this new CNN ORC poll, which is quite a turnaround in.
Im absoluten Luxussegment verbindet Rolls-Royce Tradition und Moderne. Jüngster Beweis ist der Brace. Auch der
The President of Portugal fainted during a speech to the country's military. Aníbal Cavaco Silva was taken ill during ceremonies for Portugal's National Day.
Casey was about 15 minutes into his speech on terrorism when he started slurring his words, slumping over, as you can see there.
To free families from the pervasive fear that one illness There you go. You okay? I'm right here. I got you.
And by proven cost savings in the health system that everybody agrees are there. It'll work, and it's very important.
And the health care for children was assigned a much lower priority. Do we have a doctor here with us?
A country that doesn't innovate stagnates. It's that.
In covertly recorded off-air transmissions from the Bush-Clinton presidential election campaign in the 1990s, we can see that Bill Clinton was nothing more than a puppet to the puppet masters which placed him in the White House. Bill Clinton's demeanor seems to be similar to a person who is under a hypnotic trance.
We have no evidence at this point that the Chinese government is engaged in any policy or in any actions aimed at wiping out the Tibetans or, in short, reflecting a policy of genocide either against the Tibetan people themselves or against their culture.
At one point in this interview, we see that his mind control programming breaks down.
What about self-determination for Tibetans?
For now, the police in central Russia continue to collect evidence following a gruesome discovery earlier this week of almost 250 fetuses dumped in a forest. They are thought to have been used in scientific research by a woman who worked at a local medical university before being fired last year. But as RT's Sean Thomas found out, some experts think the fetuses could even be the product of cloning.
Right now, the investigation is focused on two parts. First, how did these 4 plastic containers containing 248 fetuses end up in the woods about 70 kilometers north of Yekaterinburg? Why and where did these fetuses come from? The possible explanation is legal scientific research. We do know that all of the fetuses that are in question here were terminated between 22 and 26 weeks. This is well past the 12-week mark, which is considered legal abortion in Russia, and after 22 weeks, women can only have an abortion only for medical necessary reasons. So is this an illegal abortion operation or is this scientific research? No one really knows. They're trying to get to the bottom of that. We talked to one medical doctor. This is what they had to say about the subject.
This looks like some sort of thriller where organs were removed from fetuses to extract essences that theoretically can be used to rejuvenate people. There was a criminal case in Ukraine a while ago when women were deceived into terminating pregnancies quite late to extract tissue for rejuvenation purposes.
There is one woman who is in charge of some scientific research in the area. She was terminated in 2011. Police are looking to see if she had taken some of the material she was working with her when she left, and if this could possibly be that material. Now, there are some other disturbing theories saying that illegal scientific research could be behind this find as well. In fact, this is what one medical expert says on the subject.
It may sound a bit fantastical, but these fetuses could have been the product of cloning, despite its universal ban, and that's why they were thrown out like that, since these were not future human beings, but half human, half artificial creatures. It's a very daring theory. This might of course have been the product of miscarriages, but the fetuses could have been thrown out on purpose, to create scandal and attract attention. Maybe attract attention to the ban on cloning humans, or to abortions, to shock people with the sight of these fetuses.
We've been tracking this story from the very beginning and following the developments, and the feedback that we're getting is that it touches at the very core of what people believe, and so it's a controversial story. It has shocked many people around the world, and of course we'll be continuing to follow developments online at RT and here on screen as well as they become available.
Here, my friends, is where the new Russian intelligence weapon enters the picture. What I am about to reveal, I am revealing primarily for history. I know, even before I reveal it, that some of my listeners will desert me after they hear it, saying, it just cannot be. But, my friends, I also know that the events in the days ahead will be impossible to understand without knowing this secret. So I do not ask that you believe it simply because I say it. What I do ask, and I ask it for your own good, is that you keep an open mind. Listen and hear what I must now reveal. Then watch events themselves. My friends, since World War II and before, scientists the world over have been probing for the basic secrets of life itself. And in this field, as in others, progress has been much faster than the public has been led to believe. Today, it's common knowledge that heredity is governed by something called genes. Yet barely a generation ago this relationship was only beginning to be suspected. When it was suggested in 1944 by a theoretical physicist, Erwin Schrödinger, it was a novel idea. Beyond that, no one was too certain what genes were, aside from huge molecules or clusters of molecules. Some thought they were molecular chunks of protein. Some thought they were something else. When Schrödinger's ideas about genes were published, World War II was still raging, and basic scientific research was on a back burner. And yet, barely a half a dozen years later, researchers were zeroing in on a building block of life even more basic than genes. The solution was found to this revolutionary puzzle in April 1953 at Cambridge University in England. Scientists James Watson, Francis Crick, and Maurice Wilkins were later to share the Nobel Prize for solving the puzzle. They had discovered the molecular structure of DNA, the famous double helix. In 1968, Watson published a book titled The Double Helix, published by Atheneum, New York, New York. To understand the overwhelming importance of the double helix discovery in 1953, one need go no further than these few words on the jacket of the book. Quote, "DNA is the molecule of heredity, and to know its structure and method of reproduction enables science to know how genetic directions are written and transmitted, how the forms of life are ordered from one generation to the next." Unquote. In other words, to understand DNA is to begin to understand life itself. It has now been over a quarter century since the crucial discovery of the DNA double helix, and since then research in molecular biology has not been standing still, but speeding up. In some cases research has gone in directions which are deliberately sheltered from publicity because of the fear of public reaction. Not so long ago, for example, universities doing research into artificial microbes found their neighbors in an ugly mood when they found out about it. Test tube babies are now a reality, and that began not long ago in England, where the mystery of DNA was first unraveled. Then, of course, there are clones, that is, creatures which are reproduced by artificial means and which are exact duplicates of an original. Clones of all kinds of animals have been produced successfully in the laboratory, but that is not what bothers people. In the recent past it has been claimed that human clones are also possible, and that some may already be in existence. These last claims about human clones have been ridiculed, denied, and suppressed by all kinds of officials. The reason is that the idea of duplicate human beings impinges upon a super-secret realm of intelligence activities by both Russia and the United States. True clones are not involved, but something that bears a superficial resemblance to cloning is going on. And the last thing the powers that be want is for you and the public to have any hint about what is afoot. In Russia as well as in the West, research has been underway for many years in biological synthesis, that is, artificial life forms. And according to high intelligence, a stunning breakthrough took place in Russia some years ago. The Russians refer to this breakthrough as a providential discovery, something they learned almost by accident. They discovered the key to creating what are known as organic robotoids. An organic robotoid is an artificial robot-like creature. It looks and acts exactly like a human being, and yet it is not human. A robotoid is alive in the biological sense, but it is an artificial life form. Robotoids respond to conventional routine medical tests in the same way as humans do. They eat, they drink, they breathe, they bleed if cut, and they can be killed. Robotoids can also think, but they think only in the sense that a computer thinks. Like any other computer, the brain of a robotoid has to be programmed for each assignment it is given. But unlike many electronic computers, the biological computer brain of a robotoid possesses an enormous memory. As a result, robotoids can be programmed to communicate and think in such complex patterns that they act human. Organic robotoids are remarkable creatures, but they have many drawbacks.
And who are you? The proud Lord said that I must bow so low. Only a cat of a different coat, that's all the truth I know. And a coat of gold or a coat of red, a lion still has claws, and mine are long and sharp, my lord, as long and sharp as yours.